Hey, we got a lot to do on the show this month, so we're going to go right to the tasting room. See ya!
Unleash the rebel in you.
Hello again and welcome to this edition of Outlaw TV. I'm Shelby Carpenter, and to my left is a resident cocktail enthusiast, Chris Rockburn. And we got a lot of things to talk about today, but first I want to say we have a name for our show. Believe that. It's taken us long enough to do that, but we had some people throw it around and we've got something called Whiskey Wisdom. So we're going to be called Whiskey Wisdom on Outlaw TV, talking about spirits and why you should drink them. How about that? Does that sound like it's pretty cool?
Sounds great, yeah.
And we also want to tell that it is sponsored by American Oak Barrel, who makes these little beauties over here that we're going to be using. I'm understanding. I'm a little bit excited about it. And we're also doing it from the tasting room at Drug City in Dundalk, Maryland. So anyway, we want to get started here a little bit today. It's why we've gotten so quick and made it move a little bit. So
yeah, let's get into the barrel. Well, the barrel was missing on our last show because it was actually at my house. Well, we had it back at the house and it had some water in it, and that water was helping to seal the joints, the spaces, you know, however microscopic they are, between the seams of the wood. This is going to enable us to pour some spirits in here and get a nice good age and nice tight seal in the barrel all the way around.
So you're actually talking about what I hear and what you see on menus in restaurants, something called a barrel-aged cocktail. Is that what we're talking about?
Exactly. So our first step is to taste the pure spirit. So we've picked out Old Grandad, bottled in bond, which we're going to address in a couple moments. But this is a very good daily drinker. It's a great sipping whiskey, very popular.
Well, I've had Old Grandad alone, I guess the basic, basic version. I'm not really a fan. I have to say that, but I'm hearing a lot of good things about this bottled in bond situation. So, and we talked last month about what bottled in bond meant. Right. It's a higher proof content, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So bottled in bond means that it's singly sourced, it's distilled and barreled in the same place. It is kept in a federally bonded warehouse for a minimum of 4 years, and it has to be 100 proof.
Well, it's interesting. I have a bottle that sits home that my grandfather had that is one of those, I guess you could call a decanter, very nicely shaped glass and so forth, but it's for original Old Grandad, but maybe I'll have to put some of this stuff in it and see how it works. I'm really interested about this cocktail. What are you going to put in it, for an example?
So I'm going to use this to make a bourbon Manhattan. We're going to do some Angostura bitters and some peach bitters. Give it a little kind of peach hit to it. And then when we present it, we're going to present it with a cinnamon stick. So it's going to be a nice, good wintertime cocktail. It'll be a peach Manhattan. We're going to try the peach Manhattan. We're also going to try the barrel-aged version of the peach Manhattan.
Now, I've had barrel-aged cocktails, and they are extraordinary if they're done correctly. And American Oak Barrel, I'm sure, has all the technique here to make a very good cocktail. Yeah,
it's a very trendy thing going on in the restaurant business right now. They're not only barrel aging whiskey cocktails, but gin cocktails as well.
Really? That's pretty good.
So let's give it a whirl, shall we?
Old Grandad. Let's tip a wrist a little bit and see what this does. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It smells like Old Grandad, but it's evidently got a little bit more to it. Was there something else in its? I mean, who makes Old Grandad? Is it?
That's Jim Beam.
Jim Beam.
Well, this is a high rye mash bill, so 63% corn. You know, and to make it the bourbon, it has to be over 50% legally. 27% on the rye and about 10% of malted barley.
Well, it's got a nose to it that's ready to jump on you.
Yeah,
it
really
smells
get
that way.
Caramel, yeah.
Whoa! You can tell it's high proof.
Yeah.
It's not. You know, it's okay, but it does burn going down.
A little bit. Well, yeah, the higher you get, you're going to get those sensations. It's not like a cask strength or anything, but not a sipper like your 90 proof basil.
Okay, now I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the American oak barrel going to do to this alcohol? Is it going to change it in some fashion? Is it going to make it into something different? Why do we do that? Because you're actually making this cocktail that you don't have to mix and shake. It's already pre-done, right?
Well, you think about a whiskey barrel, it's usually 60 gallons. So that 60 gallons comes in contact with the wood, right? Mm-hmm. And the wood matures and mellows the whiskey. The tannins get absorbed into the wood. So this is chemistry on a smaller scale. It's all chemistry. Mm-hmm. Because we're putting a smaller amount in a smaller barrel, we're gonna have more surface contact. And I'm gonna agitate this barrel every day. So every day when I walk by it, I'm gonna pick it up, give it a little shake. It's gonna, jostle the liquid inside and make more contact with the wood and bring some more of those flavors into this cocktail that's pre-mixed. So it's gonna rapidly age the product with the combination of vermouth and bitters already added.
I'm excited. I think this ought to be a wonderful, flavorful experience.
It's a really nice mouthfeel in the end. This is a good sipper. I mean, for, $25, $26,
True.
It's a great product. Some of the other products that we've been working with are a little bit more high dollar.
More pricey.
Yeah, the Angels was in the 40s, the Few was in the 40s.
So tell us how we're going to do this barrel and where.
First thing we're going to do is take this home and drain the water. Then we're going to mix the cocktail. I'm going to take the majority of this bottle, add to it parts vermouth, as I would a standard cocktail, adjusted by volume. Those bitters, and pour right in this hole. I'm going to let this sit, agitate it once a day, bring it back for the next show, fix you up a cocktail with the standard ingredients, and then I'm going to pour some of this off, stir and strain, and present it to you up side by side with the Old Granddad Peach Manhattan.
I can't wait. I'll just be in heaven dealing with this. So we're going to end up making a barrel-aged cocktail on Whiskey Wisdom just for you to see. And we got American Oak Barrel to thank for that because I think it's going to taste great. So we'll be right back after this message for American Oak Barrel. Don't go away. Shelby Carpenter here saying thank you to American Oak Barrel Company for giving us a home here on Outlaw TV and making it possible for us to share our tasting experiences with you. These guys specialize in handcrafted oak barrels used for aging spirits, just like the ones we showcase here. Want to make your own spirits? Yeah, they do that too. Their signature Outlaw kits empower you to make your own bourbon, whiskey, scotch, rum, tequila, liqueur, and brandy. All of their products can be personalized with laser engraved precision, and all orders are done in-house, no outsourcing. So if you need it quick, customized, and correct, by far American Oak Barrel has the coolest kegs on the web. Purchase yours today at AmericanOakBarrel.com and tell them Shelby sent you. Chris, I'm really anxious to taste this cocktail next month.
Should be a lot of fun. It'll be sitting for a nice 4 weeks, and it'll be ready to roll.
That'll be great. I'm Shelby Carpenter.
I'm Chris Rockborn.
Tune in again next month for Whiskey Wisdom on Outlaw TV.
Unleash the rebel in you.
The line between little old me and the boy in the bottle. He's the kind of guy who goes all night. Yeah, he comes out swinging, he doesn't know his limit. I've got an evil twin and he's making my decisions. And they say sit down cause you're rocking the boat, but